there guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Kristine Kugler and I'm currently a professional dancer on board Royal Caribbean's Ovation of the Seas. And today I'm going to take you along to get ready with me for a show. Now, if you're not new to my channel, it's not new to be getting ready for a show. I do this in many of my videos. I often get questions on what makeup products I'm using, how I do my hair. So I'm going to do an in-depth get ready with me and explain my getting ready process for a Live Love Legs production show. My routine for a show day is pretty standard. So it's currently 5:30. I have to be backstage at 6:30 for call time. I just woke up from my pre-show nap and now it's time to wash my face and do my makeup. So let's take about a step over and head over to the bathroom. I also very impulsively started this video, so I just asked my story to ask me some questions, so make sure you follow me over on Instagram so that if I ever impulsively decide to do this again, you guys can ask me some questions on there. First thing we do is wash the face. I use the CeraVe foaming cleanser to wash my face. Alright, now that the base is clean, it's time for skincare. Lately I've been using this yerba mate wake up gel and I've really been liking it. It's from Good Molecules. So I just put a little dot of that under my eyes, making sure I pat under my eyes and not rub. I have really bad under eye circles and eye bags because I look exhausted when I'm living on the ship. And then I've also been using the hyaluronic acid by Good Molecules. I just rub it into my skin and then I wait about 30 seconds for it to dry. Now, just to let you know, because I'm showing you all my products, if it's a normal day, I usually use the Bondi Sands face sunscreen. I got this in Australia. I'm not really sure if they sell this in the States, but I love it. It's my favorite tinted sunscreen. And I put this on every single morning. Since I'm obviously not going to be in the sun right now, I'm going to use my moisturizer. I've been using the Bioma Moisturizing Gel Cream. And yeah, just get a little pump of that and rub it in. Something else I really like to do before I put on my show makeup is to moisturize my lips because I'm going to have lipstick on for the whole night. I'm a fiend for lip products. I literally always have a lip balm on me. I love using the Tatcha Kissu lip mask. Literally ask anyone I know. I have lip balm on me at all times. I say the three things I bring with me everywhere is my phone, my CPAS, and my lip balm. Also, while I'm here, I just had my little pre-show snack, so I'm gonna brush my teeth and then start heading over to makeup. All right, you don't even want to see the contraption I just came up with to hold up the camera. Now it's time for makeup. I have my two trusty old makeup bags. This makeup bag is full of my daily makeup. I got this bag at Cotton On Body. This makeup bag I got from 31. It's like a catalog brand. And this has all my stage makeup. So my stage makeup is just a little bit of both of these bags mixed together. The very first thing I do is prime my face. This is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. And I just take one squirt of that. It dries so fast, so that is why I really like to moisturize before I put this on so it doesn't dry out my face before I put on makeup. And it's also so cheap. I should have said this at the beginning, but disclaimer, I am not a makeup girl. I actually learned how to do like proper stage makeup from my friends that I was sharing the dressing room with on my first contract. So thanks girls, because I literally am not very good at stage makeup on a daily basis. I don't even put on that much makeup. I've pretty much had the same makeup routine since I was probably 14, 15 years old and started wearing makeup for the first time. I just wanted to share what works best for me because now that I've been doing this so often and it's now my second contract, I kind of know which products work best for me and what I like my face to look like. Take this all with a grain of salt. I'm no expert, but this is my favorite way to do my stage makeup. I have two of the exact same foundations. I don't know why, I just kind of switch which one I use every time, but they are literally exactly the same. It's the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I use the Dewy and Smooth. I use the shade 225 in Medium Buff. I don't know why this is my least favorite part. Like, I never wear foundation unless it's for a show. And I really like this foundation because I feel like once it's all blended in, it looks very natural. I don't know what it is, but I just don't like blending in foundation. I use like 3 different concealers, so I'm going to explain what they're all for. This e.l.f. concealer is for shows only, really. It's in the shade Light Beige. And I use that one for under my eyes, but only for show makeup. The reason I say this is only for stage is because it really brightens up my eyes. So that is why I typically use the MCO Beauty concealer. This MCO Beauty concealer is in the shade medium. This is a typical concealer I use on a day-to-day basis under my eyes. And then the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in the shade soft beige. This is what I use on a daily basis or also for shows if I have any like imperfections, any breakouts. I love this stuff. It blends in so well. I also like the wand of it. It's so easy to use. And now I just take a beauty blender and blend that all in. Now I take this e.l.f. Halo Glow Powder. I just have this baby little beauty blender. I take a little bit of setting powder, put it under my eyes, put a little bit on my forehead. These are just the places where I feel like my makeup comes off the most while I'm dancing. All right, while I wait for my makeup to set a little bit, I'm gonna answer a few questions that I got. One I just got from Callie Marshall. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I literally hate that question so much because I try not to stress about my future because that is the first thing that I stress about. And like I always say, every plan I've ever had has fallen apart or God has shown up and changed my life so much more for the better and better than anything I could have ever planned on my own. So that is something that I've worked on a lot in the past few years, is trying not to stress about the future. So I really don't know where I'll be in 5 years. If it's up to me, I'd love to still be pursuing a career that makes me very happy. I don't know if that will still be in dance or on cruise ships. Who knows if I'll still be on ships? Who knows where I'll be in the world? Yeah, I don't know where I'll be in the next 5 years. I think my biggest goal is just to find a place to live. When people ask me where I'm from, I literally don't know what to say. That is definitely a big pro and con of this career. I've talked about it often. Like, my friends live all over the world. If I had to choose right now, I feel like I'd either be somewhere in Europe or Florida. Those are really the only two places that I want to settle down. But not that I want to settle down in 5 years. I'd be like 29. That's kind of crazy actually. But I could still be doing this career at 29. Like, I don't really know. I'm so curious to know if I am still doing YouTube in 5 years. Anyways, let's get that thought out of my head so I stop spiraling. Brush off some of my setting powder and move on to the rest of my face. It's time for my favorite, which is my Milk Blush. The shade Work is my absolute favorite. Every single time I've hit the pan of this little blush stick, I go buy a new one. I put it right above the little apples of my cheeks, and then I take my beauty blender and just blend that in. The next step I do is bronzer, and this is another step that I don't do in my daily routine. It's like only for showtime. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand in the shade Medium Deep. This stuff is just pricey, but I've gone through a few of them. I love the way it contours my face for show makeup. If you're curious, I'm using this Eco Tools brush. It says it's an angled foundation brush. I'm really a fan of like the sun-kissed bronzy look. Like, I love when my contour looks a bit more bronzy and shiny instead of matte. That's just a personal thing, so that's why I really like the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. As you can probably see with a lot of my products, I use a lot of drugstore makeup, which works totally fine. There's just a few products where I definitely think it's worth it to splurge. My Milk Makeup Blush Stick, I know that's a bit more on the pricey side. There's definitely like cheaper options for all of these products. These are just the ones that I really enjoy using. Okay, my camera is having all the problems today. Battery dies, SD cards full, all of it. Okay, the next step is now I like to set my face makeup. I use this Benefit Dandelion blush over my blush, and then I use this Benefit Hoola bronzer over my contour. I don't use a whole lot of it because obviously I just put on like liquid type product, so I just kind of put it over just to set and make sure it doesn't melt off during the show. This Hoola bronzer has been a staple for me since I was literally a teenager and started using makeup for the first time. I don't think it's ever gonna change. I just am obsessed with this stuff. Now is the fun part. It's time for eye makeup. I always take my tape. I put on the tape right at the edge of my eye line. Now I look kind of funky, but that is how I do my eye makeup. I use this Lorac Pro palette. I've had it for years, literally since high school, as you can tell. But I just take this absolute white color and I put it in the inner corners of my eyes. Something I absolutely love doing is putting like a very bright color white in the inner corners of my eyes. I feel like it really makes my eyes pop. And obviously I have like a very dark eye color. I feel like this is the way that my eye color really pops on stage. Then I use this Sephora shimmer eyeshadow. It's in the shade Satin Corset, and I put that on the inner corners of my eyes as well. Then I take this really fluffy blending brush and I take it in some of my darkest colors I usually use this very dark brown and sometimes this shimmery brown, and I just work that on the outside of my eye. I know it's a little dramatic right when you put it on. This is why the tape is so good, because it really helps accentuate your eye makeup without getting all of this dark powder all over my eyes. Yeah, I always start with the really dark color and then I use lighter colors to kind of blend it into the middle of my eye. Then I take another blending brush and I put it into the lighter brown color, or I also use my Hoola bronzer sometimes. I told you I'm no expert here. I only have 3 little steps of my eyeshadow makeup. I take this little gold color and I just put it right in the center of my eye. That's just to give me some glitter and really make my eye pop when I'm on stage. And I take the lighter brown color I had before and then I blend in that dark shade with the glittery shade. Now I gotta put on some eyeliner. This is literally just like a Sephora felt tip eyeliner. I don't have a particular one I'm really picky on. And there's my final wing. I know it looks really messy, but that's what the tape's there for, so just wait. It's about to get really satisfying. All right, there we are. The liner's done, and now is the most satisfying part. Now the tape does take off like a little bit of makeup, so I just take my beauty blender and try to blend in that concealer once again. So close to being done. I'm almost there. I use a highlighting stick from Merit Beauty in the shade Solstice. They sent this to me in some PR and I absolutely love it. Like, I literally use this in my daily makeup. I put a little bit right here on my cheeks and then a tiny bit on my nose. It's such a pretty golden color. Like I said before, I really love the dewy bronzy look and I think this really helps achieve that. Then I'll go over with my Benefit Dandelion highlighter and I just put a little bit of that over the highlighter color as well to just kind of set it and make sure it stays throughout the shows. Last step that I do here in the cabin is my eyebrows. I use the NYX Control Free Clear Brow Gel. Really fun fact about me, I hate to do my brows. I don't like putting any eyebrow makeup on. I just do not like the way I look. I'm also super picky if I ever get them done or waxed. I maintain them myself when I'm on the ship, so I really just like a clear brow gel to shape them into place, and that's really all I need. And then before I go to the dressing room to finish up the makeup, I use this little MCO Beauty eyelash curler, and it has little separators. I don't know if you can see that. It has these little separators. I don't know if you could see that for your eyelashes. I just kind of brush through with the curler because I also have a lash lift and tint already on my eyelashes, so I don't like to do that much more besides just putting on my lashes, which we will do in the dressing room. Once I go to the dressing room, it's the final stages of my makeup and getting my hair done. Now, I did curl my hair a few days ago and it stayed pretty well, so I'm just gonna recurl a few pieces. It doesn't look too bad for show hair tonight. This is my slightly final show day routine for my makeup. Before I go to the dressing room, actually, let's answer one more question. I got a few more. Okay, so for my mom said, "Why are you so amazing and why do you have to be so far away?" I miss you so much, mommy. Just got a question. Favorite port you've ever visited? Oh, I don't know. I've been so many amazing places. That is so hard to answer. Like, genuinely, I want to say Tahiti, Hawaii. Some of my favorite memories in the whole world were there. One that was just consistent throughout my last contract, I know every single time we ported there, I had the best day of my life, was Sorrento, Italy. We would port in Naples and then we would take the ferry over to Sorrento. Literally everything I've ever done in Sorrento was life-changing, amazing, just stunning. That place is not even real. You feel like you're actually inside of a postcard. So Sorrento just holds like a really special place in my heart. Oh, but there's so many places. Actually, I'm gonna say my favorite port this contract, which I actually don't know, so I don't know why I just said that. Like swimming with the sharks in Moorea, that was one of the most amazing experiences. You know what? I'm gonna say Kona, because that's the only overnight that I've really had, like staying in a hotel overnight. Eve and I, like renting the car. I have a whole vlog about Hawaii if you guys wanted to watch that. I think one of my favorite memories ever was like in the middle of the night, Eve and I took that convertible that we rented and we just drove around all of Kona, listened to our favorite songs that we blast in our cabin. Like driving around, we felt like normal humans and like we weren't living on a ship. It just was like such an incredible experience. Oh, I got chills thinking about it. Like the beaches, just the company that I was with. I'm gonna have to say Kona in Hawaii this contract. Let's go to the dressing room. Makeup tutorial? Is this what you're doing? That's what I'm doing. Oh. Now lashes and lips. All done.
This is the bob
Hair and makeup done. Just kidding. That's my designated green wig that lives in the dressing room. Hair and makeup is done. Hair's all curled. Final product of the makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Click that bell so you're notified every time I make a post. Make sure you follow my Instagram so you see where I am in the world. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having the very best day. Bye!